Hafidain Siduos Maasi. My name is Asia Reyes, and my presentation is the Guam Rock Art Study, Digital Archaeology, and Creative Artistic Expression. First, a quick moment to thank the Guam Preservation Trust for funding the Guam Rock Art Study Phases 1 and 2, the landowner families for granting access to their properties, and also thank you to these organizations and facilities for their support. The Micronesian Area Research Center, the Guam Historic Resources Division, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service National Wildlife Refuge at Retidian, Liteksan, and Anderson Air Force Base. The Mariana Islands Archipelago is located south of Japan and north of Australia. The Chamorro are indigenous people of the Mariana Islands. Today, the archipelago is administered by the United States of America as two unincorporated territories, the Territory of Guam and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Guam has a habitation baseline in the archipelago of about 1500 BCE, or 3,500 years before present. And Europeans first arrived on Guam in 1521 via Ferdinand Magellan for Spain. Guam is the largest, most populated, and most developed island of the Marianas. About me, I am of Chamorro and European heritage, and I am born and raised on Guam. Reyes Familian Logan, Familian Francisco Ramos Gidzo, and Sculthorpe. I have an academic background in marine biology, specifically coral reefs and essential fish habitat. My professional career is related to environmental resource compliance, encompassing both natural and cultural resources. My professional development and experience with GIS is exclusively through on-the-job training, and has allowed me to extend my professional capabilities into life cycle planning, logistics, and even construction management. And until recently, until recently, I had treated my interest in practicing art as a hobby. The Guam Rock Art Study, GRAS, is an ongoing passion project started in 2020 by a diverse team of professionals to survey previously reported rock art sites on Guam. GRAS uses non-intrusive technologies and methods in digital archaeology, including 360-degree recordings, laser scanning, structure from motion photogrammetry, and decorrelation stretch, or Dstretch. GRAS is also one of the first test cases for chiaroscuro photogrammetry. GRAS has not used drones due to the proximity of secure facilities to the sites, such as airfields and military facilities. As of 2024, in Phase 1, GRAS has surveyed 12 sites, shown here in blue. In 2026, for Phase 2, GRAS plans to add 4 sites, shown in red, and visit some others, if possible. I joined the GRAS team in 2022 as part of the Phase 1 site surveys. For my part, I assist in the field, but primarily I do post-processing of the rock art images using Dstretch. Simplified in the figure at the bottom left, I run the field survey images through the different combinations of Dstretch filters and create a consolidation of multiple enhanced image files of rock art. Then, using graphics editing software, I trace the rock art pictographs. GRAS provides the most comprehensive and systematic and scientific baseline of Guam rock art to date. This is a preliminary sample of GRAS products for the west wall of Godal Cave. Tracings of the Dstretch enhanced rock art are georeferenced to their actual location. Furthermore, GRAS has led to the interest of rock art recording in other Mariana Islands, and contributed to the recent repatriation of rock art and other artifacts that were taken for the Princess Bernice Pauahi Bishop Museum collection in Honolulu, Hawaii, a century ago. Here's the rock art piece photographed in the Bishop Museum's collection room. And on the right is the cavity left from its extraction at Asquiroga Cave in Talefotfo, Guam. I'm not sure if it made the news in your area, but this was a great milestone for the islands. Here's a roster of the GRAS team as of Phase 1. With Callum Farrar, PhD, as the newest addition. He just gave his presentation, Aura and Presence with Digital Heritage, a little while ago. And as you can see, we bring many strengths as well as overlapping expertise, and I think we're a fantastic team. But just a quick reminder before I continue, my presentation is about the synergistic benefit of digital archaeology in GRAS and my work as an artist. And I explore how multidisciplinary perspectives contribute to discussions and interpretations of rock art, and how creative artistic expression provides a way to visualize and communicate abstract gestating ideas within and outside of academia. The simplified image of the post-processing sequence that you saw earlier is here, but it comes with a lot of structural elements. In GRAS, post-processing the images requires a data management plan. Here's an example of the data spreadsheets, and they're organized for use with GIS. The GRAS data management plan includes a data dictionary of Guam rock art motifs. Because I needed to have a consistent, standardized way to identify and describe what I was seeing as I processed the images through Dstretch and traced them. Having a functional, amendable data management plan throughout post-processing allowed for systematic cataloging and data analysis. Here's an example of a descriptive data analysis of anthropomorphic or human-shaped rock art as of Phase 1. This was recently presented at the Marianas History Conference. And with my busy schedule, I also applied data management planning to my art practice and exhibit deadlines. Yes, even creative artistic expression benefits from data management planning. I am fortunate that from 2022 to 2025, I had the opportunity to exhibit my work to the general public on Guam. In both solo exhibits, group shows, and my second solo exhibit at the Guam Museum. As an artist, my main media are acrylic paint on canvas and ink on paper. My main subject type is abstract figuration of humans, and I create using styles from different art movements. Including abstract impressionism, cubism and fauvism, and Dadaism. I completed these pieces before the start of GRAS Phase 1 fieldwork. From Guadalcanal in Alahan, the rock art circled here is the most iconic rock art of Guam. And whereas normal visibility implies that the two connected people are separate from the rest, post-processing in Dstretch shows that they may actually be part of an assemblage with the surrounding rock art. Here's a side-by-side of before and after starting GRAS fieldwork. The subjects and composition are the same, but the styles are very different. And again, that iconic piece. GRAS has allowed for rock art to be greatly enhanced that is ordinarily partially or totally obscured. And when I get to see the handprints of who I believe to be my ancient ancestors, the ancient Chamorros, and their use of abstract figuration, which is here, such as the lower rock art in the image, this is a very personal connection. Here's another example of before and after starting GRAS fieldwork. Esta atman tihuli'ihaw too, it's been a long time since I've seen you, is the first painting where I intentionally applied symbols inspired by rock art pictographs into a contemporary style. In essence, the rock art is incorporated with the underlying themes of the group family photo and the connection of people with the land and landscape. The pieces maintain and improve upon my pre-GRAS artwork. This painting, Threading Space and Time, is full of symbolic references to Guam rock art. Like the red hands inspired by the rock art in the caves at Littexen. Creative artistic expression provides a safe space for me to think about and express many different topics without confounding the data set, such as untested observations, like vertical orientation of the rock art with a degree of hierarchical arrangement shown here, that were recorded from two separate rock art sites. And speculation and correlation, wanting the vertical red marks in the rock art and on the face of Pius Malpialux, as well as the turmeric orange color pasted on his body to be linked. From the island of Satawal in Micronesia, south of the Mariana Islands, Pius Malpialux is recognized across the Pacific Islands as the father of the revival of traditional ocean-faring navigation. And shown here, another example for speculation and correlation, and shown here is Antony Pialuk, his son. Taught by his father, he continues the navigation traditions. And I had a chance to speak with him at the men's canoe hut in Saipan, CNMI. And I could not help but want to link the rock art that I had been post-processing GRAS with him, shown here holding the adze for carving, his apprentices, and how it links to the vertical in the pictograph, in the rock art, and the other outrigger canoe that they were working on. There is also my personal bias and beliefs. In this example, I recognized that I wanted the iconic rock art of the human couple to be representative of my family connection, like the photo of my paternal great-great-grandparents. Creative artistic expression has helped me process the catharsis that comes with realizing the gift, responsibility, and connection with the people who created the rock art. It's also a way to express the frustration of trying to understand how to best visualize and trace the intermingled rock art. I can also process abstract thoughts through art, such as the idea of cultural gender roles and sexual dimorphism in nature. Here I've applied a rock art image to the face. The color pattern symbolizes parrotfish. And speaking generally, female parrotfish in purple will become male in their terminal phase, more of a blue-orange, under certain conditions, such as when the male is no longer present. Here's an example of Chlorurus bilurus. All of these thoughts within the realm of creative artistic expression are also potential future research. With patina obscura, I'm trying to express how the rock art becomes hidden through processes like mineralization and weathering over time. Archiving and documenting the process, effort, and narrative during post-processing not only provides a way to prove improved technical understanding of the method and subject, and having a narrative developed helps to better communicate with others, whether I'm communicating the GRAS results or the meaning behind a painting. Archiving helps show progress over time, such as my progress in post-processing the same images. And also learning how to communicate that process to others, such as the arrangement now used for simple reporting. Archiving also provides a quality control over time, verifying not only improvement, but consistency. And they are critically important when applying for and justifying funding. At the end of the day, I'm grateful that I've been able to help bring part of Guam's history to the community. Sigilos Maasi. Thank you.